What if the most powerful gift for nurses this holiday season wasn't a gift at all? What if what you really need can't be wrapped, can't be shipped, can't be bought from Amazon? Forget the chocolate, forget the candles, forget another coffee mug with the world's best nurse printed on it. Nurses want something deeper this year. And honestly, it's long overdue. Hey, everybody, I'm Teresa Sanderson. I'm the founder of Nurses Feed Their Young. And if you're feeling emotionally spent this holiday season, drained, disconnected, or like you're just going through the motions, you're not alone and you're not broken. In today's message, I am breaking down what nurses really want and need during the holidays. Not what hospitals think we need, not what well-meaning family members assume we need, but what we actually need and why it matters now more than ever. Because the truth is, most of what we've been given in the name of appreciation completely misses the mark. Okay, so let's talk about what's really going on beneath the surface. Nurses are tired, but it's not just physical fatigue, though that's very real. It's emotional fatigue, spiritual fatigue, and the kind of exhaustion that sleep just doesn't fix. The kind that makes you question if you can keep doing the work you once loved. You're missing holidays with your family again. You're working short-staffed again. You're being asked to do more with less again. And through all of it, you're expected to smile, be grateful, and to embody the Christmas spirit when you feel empty inside. The holidays amplify everything. The grief, the guilt, the loneliness, the feeling of being invisible while everyone else celebrates. You're holding patients' hands as they take their last breath during what should have been their final Christmas. Nurses are comforting families who are devastated. They're managing their own stress while carrying everyone else's pain. And what do nurses get in return? Token gifts, empty thanks, maybe a pizza party if you're lucky. The system says thank you with words, but rarely in action, and rarely with the kind of support that actually acknowledges what nurses are carrying. So let's be honest, that disconnect between what you're giving and what you're receiving really adds up, and it erodes your spirit, and it makes you feel unseen, undervalued, and totally, utterly alone. So let's talk about what doesn't work, right? Let's talk about what doesn't work. Coffee gift cards don't rebuild your energy. A $5 Starbucks card is nice, but it doesn't address the fact that you're running on fumes. Cookies in the break room don't heal a nurse's emotional exhaustion. They don't make up for missed family time or the moral distress that they experience. And being told you're a hero, that doesn't make you feel human. The hero language really makes things worse because heroes aren't allowed to be tired. Heroes aren't allowed to struggle. Heroes are brave and they're supposed to sacrifice endlessly without complaint. So when nurses are called heroes but given no actual support, it feels hollow, performative, like a Band-Aid on a wound that needs stitches. So toxic positivity doesn't work either. Being told, stay positive, practice gratitude when you're drowning, that doesn't help. It actually makes you feel worse, like you're failing if you can't just think your way out of burnout. Here's what nurses are tired of. They're tired of surface level gestures that cost nothing and change nothing. What we need isn't more recognition, it's just real support, the kind that sees us, that holds a space for our humanness, and doesn't require us to pretend that we're fine when we're not. Okay? So, what do nurses actually need this holiday season? We need community, not cliches. We need people who understand what it's like to work a 12-hour shift and then drive home crying because you couldn't save someone. We need nurse support resources that understand the realities of our profession, not generic employee wellness programs and not one-size-fits-all mental health hotlines. We need spaces built specifically for nurses, by nurses, where the language, the culture, and the challenges are deeply understood. We need that connection, real, meaningful connection with other nurses who get it, who don't need an explanation, who can sit with us in our hard moments without trying to fix us or minimize what we're feeling. We need mentorship. We need to hear from nurses who've been where we are and came out on the other side, who can offer perspective and wisdom and hope when we can't see it ourselves. And most importantly, we need a safe place to say, I'm not okay, without fear, without worrying about being labeled as weak, and without concern that it's going to affect our job security or how our colleagues and peers think of us. We need permission to be human, to admit when we're struggling, and to receive support without having to earn it or justify it. That's the gift nurses actually need. Not stuff, not empty praise, but belonging, safety, and community. The Thriving Nurse Network exists. This isn't another corporate wellness initiative. It isn't a program designed by people who've never worked a bedside shift. This is a 100% free, peer-led, judgment-free space built by nurses for nurses. And inside the Thriving Nurse Network, you get mentorship from experienced nurses who've navigated burnout, career transitions, and the emotional weight of this profession. Nobody's in here to lecture you. We're here to walk alongside you. You get real conversations, not performative positivity, no scripted responses, just an honest dialogue about what's actually hard and what actually helps. You get access to live support rooms where you can connect with other nurses in real time. You can share your story, you can ask for advice, or you can simply listen and know that you're not the only one feeling this way. This is a community that represents a cultural shift away from isolation and toward true belonging. It's a space where nurses feed their young instead of eating their young, where we lift each other up instead of tearing each other down, where vulnerability is welcomed, not punished, and it's completely free because support shouldn't be a luxury. It should be a given. This holiday season, I want you to give yourself something you've always deserved: support. Not because you've earned it by working yourself into the ground, not because you've reached your breaking point and have no other choice, but because you're human, and humans need connection. Humans need community. Humans need to be seen, heard, and valued. You don't need to earn rest. You don't need to justify asking for help. You deserve support simply because you exist, not because of what you do or how much you give. Your community is waiting for you. A space where you don't have to be perfect, where you can show up exactly as you are, exhausted, confused, frustrated, hopeful, or all of the above. A place where you finally feel like you belong. So I want you to join the Thriving Nurse Network today. It's free, it's safe, and it's built by nurses who get it. Click the link in the comments and step into a community that supports you, values you, not just during the holidays, but all year long. This is your invitation to stop carrying everything alone and to connect with nurses who understand, to be part of a movement that's transforming nursing culture from the inside out. And if this message resonated with you, I want to encourage you to click the like button so that you never miss an update from us. And most importantly, share this video with another nurse who needs this reminder, because chances are you know someone who's struggling this holiday season, someone who feels invisible, someone who needs to know there's a community waiting with open arms. Let's make this a season. Let's make this season the one where you'll finally feel supported. I'll see you on the inside of the Thriving Nurse Network. Bye for now.